A very good day I bid to Puan Badaria and also everybody that are in front of the screen right now. Welcome to our discussion. So, this is the task for GEEC1052, which is the effectiveness communication in English, task 2. So, as you can see on the screen, John and I will be discussing about the weaknesses and the strengths of our digital product we have been developed in the task 1. So here's how the discussion is going to be. So firstly, I will start the discussion first by me talking about John's blog, and after that will be John's turn to talk about my blog. All right. As you can see on the screen, I will be reviewing John's blog strengths and weaknesses in 4 different aspects, separated aspects. Okay, number 1 will be the content. I'll be seeing whether John's the contents of John's blog is related to the topic, the main topic, and also whether the information are accurate and also up to date. And okay, secondly, I will be talking about the writing of John's blog. We know that writing is important in a language, so I'll be going to seek whether I am easy to understand the whole writing, and also I'll be looking if there are some minor grammatical or language-based mistake that can be improved. Thirdly, I will be also reviewing on John's blog in the aspect of design. We all know that design plays an important part on digital products, as it is the first and it can attract readers to read certain digital product in the first place, not just on blog. Also include like video, poster, article, and or even news. Yes. So in the aspect of design, I'll be see whether John will have used had utilized the use of multimedia, and also the overall theme, whether it is in a good way for reader to read and easy or user friendly, and also whether it can engage reader to read through the content. So lastly, I'll be also talking about the user experience. User experience is important in every digital product. Most will be significantly increase the rate of readers, as we all know that we as a user as a reader on the blog, we all want to have a pleasant experience. So in this aspect, I will be reviewing whether John's blog are easy to access, or it is accessible to every devices such as mobile phone, laptop, and also whether it is easy to recognize certain content or specific words that are included in the blog. So that is going to be the 4 points I'm going to talk about in John's blog. So before I start my discussion, I would like to briefly introduce myself. Alright, my full name is Veon Liu ZHEN. I am originally from Sabah, but am now currently studying in Institute Pendidikan Guru, Kampus Tengku Ampat Abzan, and I am a student, a PPISMP, June 2023-2028 intake student, and am now currently major in music education for elementary school. As you can see, I am a person that love to spend my free time on music, or even spend my whole night just start to study about music theory or other music related field. So it is not surprising I'm going to talk. My blog is also going to related to music. So without taking much any time, let's dive into the discussion. All right. Before I start, let's have a brief looking on John's blog. So as you can see, this is the John's blog. It's really simple, and if you notice that John's blog are made from a website, a blog creator website called Blogger, which is really really popular nowadays for students to make blog. It is a really simple, I think, yes, it is a really simple tools to help students to make blogs, and it's really easy to use, really fast to adapt the interface and all. But I think that this blogger is not really good for making a really for making a really good blog in terms of features, creativity. Because we know that if we want to make a blog, we're going to have a lot of space for us to express our creativity. So another alternative, I think, which I'm used to I already used to make my blogs, is called WordPress. It got much more features, such as allow the creator to add multimedia, and also allow the creator to add quotation, video, link, and so more. But it is okay. We're just going to see and review how Jones utilized this blogger tool for him to make an amazing blog. So let's dive right into it. So as you can see, the first thing is the content. The content is the important part of a blog, where it tells what is the blog going to talk about. Yeah. So let's see the title of the blog. As you can see, the title of the blog, of John's blog, is really easy to understand, and it's really clear that what the blog is going to talk about. But I think that is far too simple. As a blog maker, we need to make the title that are catchy and can catch the attention of reader, if we want to increase the people that come to read our blog. So a catchy title help to attract people, as we know. So if I'm going to search for this same point, title, topic, I'm not going to pick the probability of picking this title, this article, this blog is not really higher than those titles that are really catchy to my eyes. But it is easier to know for me, if I want to find certain thing, I'm in a rush, I will directly go to this blog, because it is stated clearly what the blog is going to talk about. So alright, let's move on to the introduction. So as you can see in the introduction, the first two lines of the introduction are related to the title, the topic which is going to talk about the importance of music education in primary school. And it's just a really brief introduction, so I think there are not really much problem with it. It is really great. And it's really related to music. So let's move on. The last three sentences of the introduction. So as we can see, the sentences are related to each other, and the last sentence, which is the thesis statement, are also in a very clear manner, as it really say what the blog are going to talk about. But as we can see on the last second line, which talk about music is just the entertainment. I think it is just lack of real evidence that prove people think this way. If we're going to talk about a certain facts that about like this music, whether music is just entertainment, this fact, we need to prove that people really think this way. But rather than just making up example. So I think that's one of the drawbacks. All right, so let's move on into the body of the blog. The first paragraph, the second paragraph, the first point of the blog. So I'll throughout my scan through and reading through this paragraph, I can conclude that this paragraph, every sentences in this paragraph are all related and in continuity. And as we can see on the first line, they are also the topic sentence are also clear, as which is music education help children to express their emotion in the right way. But however, though, Jones did not write about how really children express emotion through music education. It just gives a reason why children should use music education as a way to express their emotion. So yeah. So another thing I noticed that there are a lot of new ideas given. Yes, the new ideas given, but there are no follow up or further description that support the ideas. So it is really quite not appropriate, I think. So besides that, I think this paragraph is lack of evidence and also interpretation. Evidence is important as it can boost the trustworthy of this paragraph, whether this point is really happening. So by adding evidence, I think it can help reader to really understand and really trust that this thing is really happened, this issue is really happened. So after that, as we can see on the final sentence, every time we're reading on a paragraph, we always expect the last sentence to be linked to the topic sentence, but here we sadly notice that there are no link between that, so it is fine. So we're going to move on to the next body of the next point, third paragraph. So the third paragraph, and again, there are some sentences are related in continuity, and the topics that they are also clear. Yes, that one is really good, but again, it has the similarity between point 1 and point 2, which is lack of evidence and interpretation. The final sentence and also new ideas given are too general and without any further description. All right, conclusion. So as the conclusion, I think really summarize the topic, the introduction, a really strong closing statement that music education is important. Yeah, so the conclusion always become the really play an important role, as it is the way to boost reader awareness to a certain issue. So I think Jones did a good job on here. So overall strengths and weakness in the content aspect. So the strengths are thesis and the main point is clear. Yes, the contents are relevant to the topic, which is music, and also there are good example given, and also conclusion the conclusion is summarizes the key point. And also lastly, there are also the use of citation and references in blog, as we just see. So as for the weakness, I can conclude that this blog just lack of evidence, and also lack explanation, and also some ideas are too general. So that's from my opinion. So number 2, writing. we're going to talk about John's writing on this blog. So we'll go straight into the introduction. So as you can see, the writing form is really simple, and there are also some complex grammar, which is good. But I noticed that John's use 2 hooks rather than 1 hook. You can see. So it is better to only use 1 hook to save some more space for easier explanation for later on. And also, so some grammar improvement can be made. All right, the last three sentences of introduction. So it is really easy to understand writing, but I noticed that there are the dialogue form. For me, I think it is better to convert it to normal prose, as we are writing in a more formal way, formal argumentative way. So yeah. So all right, the body. The first point, the second paragraph. All right, as we can see, there are a lot of good use of linking words, such as first and foremost, ergo, and also furthermore. Yeah. Thus, and also the sentence structure are simple. I think it is really nothing to talk about the writing over here. So the third paragraph, the second point, and again, good use of linking words besides moreover. And also I noticed there are some use of wide vocabulary, some advanced vocabulary, such as enlightened, discipline. Yeah. So as you can see, I also found out there are one problem, which is the abbreviation, the etc. It is best to convert it into a real word, as we know that etc stands for other than and more, right? So yeah. And also there are some sentences can be separated in this text. They're too long, and I think it really it is quite a drawback, as reader don't want to really read that much sentence. So it's better to separate if it doesn't require to really talk a point that long. So the conclusion, I think there are no problems. Just the quote, I had no idea why the use of the quotation mark on the word importance, whether Jones want to, I don't know, maybe Jones want to highlight the word, but he used the quotation mark. As we know, quotation mark can be used in dialogue form. So as for the overall strengths and weakness on writing, the strengths are a clear introduction, body, and conclusion. Yeah, we can clearly see that, all right, this paragraph is going to talk about introduction, yes. This paragraph is going to talk about point, yes. So there are also a good use of vocabularies, and also good tone, and also understandable language. So everyone that know English can read this blog and understand the content. So the weaknesses are, there are minor grammatical and also punctuation errors, some unclear paragraph and transitions, and also lack coherence, since giving new idea doesn't link to the previous sentence. So thirdly, the design. Design is, so I'm going to just to talk about the overall strengths and weaknesses of the design. All right, the strengths are, this blog is in a really simple design and a use of simple color scheme, which is just black, pitch black, and the words are white, in white color. So, and there are also some pictures that are related with the topic, music, yes, and also simple use of font, so it's not really complicated. So yeah, and also good readability, as the color, the contrast color, black and white black color is really good for reading. So we're going to dive into the weaknesses of the overall design. I think that John's blog lack of multimedia, the varieties of various multimedia, and also it really just brings a sense of boring mood in the blog, and it's just black and lack of multimedia. So I think Jones can really add some more multimedia to that, and also maybe add some videos that can link, they can let readers look out for another evidence that talk about this issue. After that, there also lack of organization, which every reader will always, number one thing will search on the blog is the content table, easy to navigate. But as we can see on Jones' blog, just lack of that. So this is one of my suggestion, to add table content, easy to navigate. After that, the lack of interaction. Yeah, we know that multimedia can help in interaction between readers and in the blog, so readers can stay longer in the blog. So as we talk about interaction, we are going to also talk about the user experience. Overall user experience for strengths, fast page loading speed. I'm really surprised that it is really fast loaded. After I open the blog, it just pop up really quick and responsive, and yeah, really useful information. And also I test the blog, Jones' blog, on various various device, phone, laptop, and it's no problem. As you can, I also can use it very nice, and also good accessibility. Yeah, just a touch of link. So the weaknesses are, it is hard to navigate between point. Yeah, I just said that, which is the table of content, and also lack engagement. Yes, such as comment section, feedback section, and something more about blog features and user interaction. So I think I would suggest Jones to add more other stuff than content, than just the content. They can help boost the interaction on the blog. Well, so it becomes a really fun, more fun way, not just reading words, not just reading words, but also can interact in the blog. So they are like, can play music. So while reading, you can play music. As we're going to talk about music education, we can add some classical music or any type of music that are suitable and respectful. Yeah. So some navigation, and also maybe dates, maybe also reading time. Reading time is really nice one. Yeah, I think that's all for me. So lastly, my rating for this Jones blog will be, content will be 8 out of 10, and writing will be also 8 out of 10, which is really good. The design and the user experience are a bit lower, 5 out of 10. Yeah. So overall rating for Jones blog, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10, because the content and writing is not really a big problem, I think, for me, but just the design and the user experience. As we as a reader are more into that, not just going to the content. We are more going to be the feature that can help us reading, help us when we are reading, because this is not like an academic paper where it's just full of words, really hard to navigate. It is more simple, because we as a person always find a more simple way to do things. Whether we want to take a certain word from the blog, we can just navigate. Maybe there's a search tab over there. Oh yeah. So that's all from me, my review for Jones blog. There are a lot of improvements still can be made, but overall it's really good, a really good blog. It just needs more design and more consideration of user experience. And we as a creator, we also need to think in a reader way, as a user way, so we can know what user will feel when we reading our blog. So I think that's all for me, I think. And now the discussion will be continued by John John, which he will talk about my blog. So if there are any things that I say wrong or anything that hurts his feeling or what, I'm here to apologize, and I'll be making improvement in the future. So thank you. So John, it's your turn now. Let's go.
A very good morning to Puan Badaria and my fellow friends. Before I start my discussion, I want to say a very thank you to Madam because you gave us this opportunity to express our thoughts and perspective on several subjects. I pray that this video will help you guys to know more about our digital product, which is our blog. So let me begin my discussion with introducing myself. First of all, my name is VOON John and I'm 18 years old. I came from Hitam Batu Pahat Johor and I used to study in SJKC Malayan, which was my primary school, and then I studied in SMK Dato Menteri, which was my secondary school, and now I'm studying in IPGKTAA, which is Institute Pendidikan Guru Kampus Tengku Ampuan Afzal. Alright, I'm a person who loves music. I started learning piano since I'm 5 years old, and I can play other several instruments such as guitar and drum. And of course, my main option in IPGKTAA is music, because I always wanted to be a music teacher. Alright, as a music student, I wrote an educational blog about music, which is called "Is Music Education Important in Primary School?" And on the other hand, my group partner, Veon ZHEN, also wrote an educational blog about music. The title of the blog is "Does Music Help the Brain During Learning?" Okay, so today I am going to discuss about the strengths and weaknesses of the blog contents and features of Veon's blog. And I'll give my own comments and thoughts on Veon's blog compared to mine. Right now, I'm going to begin with my thoughts and comments on the blog and the content of the blog. So, first of all, I will read the introduction of the blog. So, the introduction of the blog says, "Music has always been taken part in our daily life, since music has historically been seen more as enjoyment than as a need. There has been controversy about whether music education is still necessary or not in school. However, it is difficult to overlook the good benefits that music has had on humans because of its connection with nature." Okay, from the passage I just read, there are a few things I need to point out. First of all, the sentence structure is beautiful. These sentences actually let me think and show me the maturity of the author. And besides that, I totally agree with what the introduction says. First and foremost, it says, "Music has always been taken part in our daily life." Well, I think this is one of the most realistic statements, or we can call it a fact, I've ever heard. Alright. Yes, music is essential for humans. It is part of our life. Everybody on the earth listens to music, no matter what kind of music, whether it is classical music, pop music, country music, traditional music, and so on. Okay. Everybody listens to music because music is like a global thing. That's why music can be called the universal language, because it connects all humans regardless of the languages, races, cultures, and nations. Therefore, music is not just an entertainment, it is a universal language. Besides, the introduction also says music has historically been seen more as enjoyment than as a need. I absolutely agree with this. Music is not just an enjoyment nor an entertainment. It serves a higher purpose. And it is definitely more than an enjoyment. Just like what the quote says, it is a need. We should all realize music is a need for humans. Music is not a luxury, a lavish thing that we fund from leftovers of our budgets, and music is not a plaything. But music is a basic need for human survival. It is because music is one of the ways we make sense of our life. One of the ways in which we express our feelings when we have no words. One of the ways for us to understand things with our hearts when we cannot understand things with our minds. So that was my comments on the introduction of Veon's blog. Alright, and now I am going to comment on his content and his first point. Okay, in his first point of Veon's blog, he discusses the potential positive impact of music on academic performance. Alright, it suggests that studying music can lead to a higher academic achievement by improving cognitive performance, and mentions the need for students to work hard to benefit from musical activities. The relationship between music and academic requires active cooperation. Alright, the link between music and academic achievement is a subject for great interest and debate. Research studies, such as one conducted by GEEC1052 in 1999, which mentioned in Veon's blog, have explored the potential benefits of studying music for students' overall academic performance. Okay. This passage suggests that students who engage in music education tend to achieve higher academic scores. However, just like Veon's blog says, it is important to recognize that this relationship is not universal, and that not all students will experience the same level of benefit. First and foremost, the passage says The passage says and points out that research by Catterall in 1999 supports the idea that students who study music tend to receive higher academic achievements compared to those who do not engage in musical education. This raises an essential question. What mechanisms could be at play that connect music and academic performance? One possible explanation is the concept of cognitive performance. Engaging in music education, whether it is learning to play an instrument, sing, or read musical notation, requires mental effort and concentration. Okay. This mental stretching, as mentioned in the blog, is indeed beneficial, not only for musical proficiency, but also for other areas or other parts of learning, such as mathematics. Okay. And when students learn to read and interpret musical symbols and understand rhythm or timing, and also memorize pieces, they are exercising cognitive functions that are valued in various academic subjects. For example, the ability to grasp complex time signature or rhythms that in music can really enhance a student's understanding of mathematical concepts. As both music and math share patterns and structures. Okay. Learning to play an instrument often involves a strong sense of discipline and practice, which can be applied to study habits and time management in other academic areas. Therefore, music education can contribute to a broader development of cognitive skills and support academic achievement. However, not all students can benefit or experience from engaging in musical activities that can improve their academic achievement, because people have different learning styles and different aptitudes, and some people have a natural ability to study music and benefit from music. However, others cannot. Okay. So, the passage, in summary for this point, the passage provides a glimpse into a relationship between music and academic success, which research indicates that students who study music may achieve higher academic scores due to improved cognitive performance. And it is essential, it is also important to recognize that not all students will benefit equally. All right. And furthermore, this relationship relies on the active participation and commitment of students. Ultimately, the impact of music on academic performance needs to depend on individual aptitude effort of the student. For example, if a student don't practice instrument or don't practice singing, they will learn nothing from music, and ultimately their academic achievement will not be will not improve. Okay, so right now I will discuss about the second point of Veon's blog. The second point discusses the role of music-related activities in developing students' creativity. Okay. It highlights that professionals in child development believe that music can stimulate various brain regions, including those related to memory, to languages, emotion, and motor skill, ultimately fostering creative thinking. However, it also acknowledged that not all students may equally benefit from music-related creativity development, suggesting that alternative methods for nurturing for improved creativity does exist. All right. And right now, I will discuss. Okay. Furthermore, the blog also suggests that students who participate in music-related activities may become more adept at generating original ideas in classroom. Alright, this phenomenon can be attributed to their enhanced cognitive abilities, which allow them to think more critically and approach problems from multiple perspectives. Thus, music can be a valuable vehicle for boosting students' creative capacities. All right. However, it is also essential to recognize that students are not not all students will benefit from from music to improve their creativity. It's because just like the vlog says, creativity development may not be universal. People vary in their learning preferences, strengths, and interests. Some students may not respond as favorably to music-related activities when it comes to fostering creativity. Alright? So, the passage appropriately underscores that there are alternative ways for improved creativity. So students possesses varying learning styles and creative processes, and it is crucial to respect these those differences. And for some students, creativity may be more easier or more effective if they learn through visual arts, writing, sports, or other forms of expression. And by acknowledging these variations, educators can tailor their approach to meet the unique needs and creative potentials of each student. So let's talk about the design of the blog. And one of the things I noticed in Veon's blog is he uses a lot of creativity to design his blog. One of the things is he used a lot of images or pictures or GIF, GIF in his blog. For example, he uses a cat playing music GIF, which is hilarious and cute. And this kind of GIF can make the blog more interesting and ensure that readers won't become bored while reading it. And for me, also I also saw that Veon also used some videos to prove his point, to such as neuroscientist talks, such as a video which title is neuroscientist talks about music's effect on the brain by World Science Festival. And this kind of this kind of videos can make his point more believable, more solid for us. And yeah, that's what I saw, which is very good, which is his advantage in his blog. However, I do notice some drawback from his blog. One of the thing is his points are lack of example, especially daily example. It's because as the reader, we need to know that we can apply all these points, all these suggests in our daily life. So if he can provide more example, and the readers will become more involved in the blog, and they can apply in their daily life. So I think this is a very good blog from the perspective of creativity and some color and some design. They are just perfect. And I think what I can learn is I need to be more creative in creating my own blog, because my blog is kind of too simple compared to Veon's blog. So yeah, that's all from me, and thank you.